What's up, y'all? So I know it's been a while since I made my last video. I was learning something called vibe coding. So if you haven't heard of it, vibe coding is where you can use AI to build software or apps. All you're doing is prompting AI through using natural language. So you're just speaking to the AI as if it was a person, and you're telling it what you want it to create. So now if you don't know how to code or you're not technical, you can now create things and put them out into the world. So me personally, I don't know how to code. I tried to learn how to code before for a little bit, but I just gave up on it. So it's actually more challenging than what people make it seem like. It's not as simple as just telling the AI what you want it to create and it automatically gets everything right. There's a lot of iteration, testing, debugging, and guiding the AI agent in the right direction. So before I get into the app that I actually built, let me break down how the whole entire process works. So if you have zero experience coding, you're going to want to use a platform like Replit, Cursor, are lovable. So these platforms use AI agents to actually help you create your software. So these platforms have a chatting interface where you can ask AI questions, plan out what you want to build. Then they have a build function where the AI can go out and actually code and create things for you. Another cool thing about these platforms is they have a preview section. So as your AI agent is building things for you, those things are going to display on your screen and you can actually see them being created in real time. So you can see the layout of how your app is going to look, and then you could also press buttons, interact with it, and see how it actually functions. So sometimes the platform isn't going to be able to help you create everything. So this is when you would use a model like ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude to help you out. So you can use these models for the initial planning of your app and to create a PRD. What a PRD is a product requirements document. In this document, it'll state different things for your app, like the function and the purpose of it, and what's required for it. So your app may be using other AI models to help it function. So you may be doing API calls to other apps. So once you have that document, you can take that and then you can open up your AI platform that you're actually going to use the vibe code, and then you can give your AI agent that information. So a couple of other things you're going to need for your app is a storage and a database. And then you're also going to need authentication and payments. Storage and database, think of it as where you're going to store your users' information. Right? So their user ID, their email, then also a way if they want to save photos or videos and things like that. So some of these vibe coding AI platforms already have built-in storage and databases, so they'll take care of it for you. So for payments, you'll want to use a tool like Stripe. So then you have authentication. Authentication is when users want to sign into your app or create an account. So think of it as when you go to a website or you download an app and it says sign up with Google, sign up with Apple, sign up with your email, things like that. For my app, I just use Google for the authentication. So users can basically sign up and create an account with Google. Another thing you want to learn about or something that will be useful to your app is using APIs. So to keep it simple, what an API is a way for your app to interact with other apps. For example, let's just say I had an app that creates blogs for people based off of a key topic or a keyword. So then on the back end, I can actually make a call to ChatGPT to help me do this. And that's going to be through using an API. So using APIs just gives you access to different models and platforms, and it allows those models to interact with your app. So you need to learn how to get your API key for different apps and also how to make calls to those apps using that API key. Okay, so now actually for the app I built. The app is called Viral Visuals AI. So what it does is it takes people's YouTube video or podcast and it finds the key moments. Then it allows people to repurpose that content using AI images. And this is for people who have educational, informational, or explanatory content. So sometimes it may be hard for people to get their point across or explain a certain topic. So why not use an image to do so? It helps people better explain their points in a clear and concise manner. And it also provides some imagery to the point that they're trying to make. So the process is pretty simple. Somebody would take their YouTube video and upload it. Then we would use AI to analyze the video and find the key moments. The key moments are found. People can now go in and create visuals to represent those key moments. And we have a bunch of different styles to choose from, like anime, memes, infographics, and comic book. So now people can represent their point in a specific visual style. And now you have repurposed content for different platforms like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And ultimately, this will be able to help you boost your engagement on these different platforms. So if you want to check it out and get a free 3-day trial, I'll put the link down below in the description. Now, as far as my bigger plans, this isn't an app I expect to take off or go crazy. I just wanted to create something and put it out into the world and ultimately learn how to vibe code. So my plan is to actually take everything I learned from building this app and create some more apps. And these will probably be more practical and solve a real problem. I do think vibe coding is the future, but I do think a lot of people who aren't technically experienced are going to start creating a lot of apps and software. And the people who already have the skills of coding are just going to get better and better and are going to be able to generate exponential outputs. All right, so real quick, I want to show you guys Replit. Replit is going to be the platform that you're going to be using to actually create your software or your app. So on the left-hand side, this is going to be where you can actually chat with your AI agent and you can build things. You can also plan things and ask your agent questions. And their responses are going to be displayed right here on the top left-hand side. So if you click this button right here, you can switch from plan to build mode. You can also switch to edit mode. And that's going to allow you to edit specific elements on your actual website. But let's just go to plan mode real quick. And in plan mode, you can ask things about what's going on with your code. You can ask general questions as well too. Like for example, if you want to know how an API works. Okay, so we're asking our agent, how does an API work? And then we'll just hit this button right here and it'll give us a response. Okay, so this is its response right here, basically explaining what an API is and how it works. And we're in plan mode, so it's not going to do anything to our actual website. It's not going to change anything or build anything. So you'll want to use plan mode when you want to plan out specific tasks for your app, or you want to ask questions about what's going on in your app, or ask about what's happening in the backend. Now, if you actually want to create or change something, you would switch from plan mode to build mode. So right here in the middle is our display, right? So this is actually what our website is looking like. And if we wanted to change something about it, so I could say make the background black and the text white, but make sure everything is visible. And now since I'm in build mode, our agent is going to actually go and write code and change code to make this happen. And it should display in our preview once the agent is finished. Okay, so as you can see, it's updating the code right now and it just changed the way our website looks. And right here it's communicating with you everything that it's doing. And the cool thing about it is it gives you details on all the updates it's made so you can check it out and review it. So one last thing I want to quickly show you or explain to you is the files on the right hand side. This is actually where your code is going to be stored at, right? So you have all these different files, and if you click on them, you can access specific files that contain specific code. And this code is what's going to allow things to display on your app and allow your app to function the way that it does. So you have three main parts, right? You have your chat right here with your agent, you have your preview, and you have your files. But if you guys want a more detailed tutorial on how to use Replit and how it actually works, let me know and I could drop a full video on this. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys Viral Visuals AI and how the platform actually works. So if you don't have an account and you want a free 3-day trial, just come here and click get started for free. Now, if you already have an account, you can just come up here and hit sign in. And then now you can sign up or continue with your Google account. All right, so this is going to be your dashboard, and here's where you can upload your video so we can analyze it. Okay, so I'm going to take this Graham Stephan video about Trump announcing a 50-year mortgage, and we're going to create some visuals for that. So all I'm going to do is copy this YouTube link, then I'm going to come back to the website, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to hit get started. So now the video is going to be transcribed and analyzed for key moments. And this takes some time, so be patient. So we have 6 different key moments found from this video. So now we can just click on the key moment we want to create a visual for. So if you select a key moment, what will pop up is a summary, some key quotes, and the transcript for that key moment. So you can get more information on that specific key moment. Now, if you want to create a visual for it, you would just come here and click create visual. And you have all these different visual styles to choose from. So let's make a meme image for this key moment. So we're just going to hit meme. Then we're going to come down and choose our aspect ratio. And we're going to select square. And then we're just going to hit generate visuals. Now, while this is going on, we can create another visual for a different key moment or the same key moment. But let's take the history of the 30-year mortgage and let's create a visual for it. So we're going to come down here and just hit create visual. And for this one, let's do a comic book graphic novel style. And we're going to choose square again and just hit generate visuals. So our visual is created for our first key moment. So let's see what it looks like. So this is representing a 50-year mortgage being a financial disaster waiting to happen. And it's in meme style. So we're representing Graham's point for this key moment with this visual right here. Okay, so this is our next visual. And remember, it's based off the history of the mortgage, which was created after World War II to help finance and build homes, right? So we have the soldier coming back from war is what it looks like. And there's a scroll with a 30-year mortgage on it, and all these houses are being created. So now if you want to download these images, you can just come down and you can hit download on each image. All right, so one last thing I want to show you guys is you guys can come in and you guys can edit these images. So all you have to do is click on the image and then come down to the bottom and hit edit image. And then you could scroll down and you can type in what you want to edit. So I can say something like make the house black. And then I'm just going to hit edit image. All right, so the image is done editing now, and we can scroll and see if it happened correctly. So we scroll down, and we see that the house is now black instead of green. So we can save it to our gallery, or we can download it as well too. We save it to our gallery. It's going to pop up on our gallery now. So you'll come to the top right-hand corner and just hit gallery. And now this edited image is right here. So that's it for today's video. If you found it helpful, drop a comment below or share it with a friend, and I'll catch y'all for the next video.